Hi, you guys.
Hey everyone, how are you?
Thanks for tuning in to Nate and Kev. And today is our television, film, and theater edition. Um,
Woohoo!
I have to plug this TV show on Amazon Prime called Fleabag. It's so good. So, British writer slash comedian slash actress Phoebe Waller-Bridge. She wrote this show and she stars in it, and it's an Amazon Prime original series called Fleabag. And the show is about a woman who's kind of a sex addict who she uses sex and humor to escape and distract yourself from grief and loneliness, which you don't really discover the depths of her grief until you get a little later in the season. The, the first few episodes start out as just like a smutty, irreverent comedy, and then it starts to get deeper. But it's delightful, it's hilarious, it's also very relatable and human. So there's an interesting narrative device where the main character keeps turning to the camera to give these asides directly to the audience. And she does it very frequently. And at first, I was a bit taken aback and I was a little skeptical of how well this device would work. But it turns out that it works quite well, and it becomes almost a plot point in the show. Let's put it that way.
Because what she shares, you almost, I felt like I'm like her confidant, like the things that she turns to the camera to say. She's a
But
brilliant actress, a brilliant writer. The cast is fantastic.
the cast is wonderful, and the main characters, in addition to her, are her sister, who is character. She's played by Cian Clifford, and she is just this frigid, uptight, overachieving, like Little Miss Perfect kind of sister, kind of the opposite of her. And then she has this really bitchy stepmother played by Olivia Colman. And Olivia Colman, as you know, is a brilliant actress. You know, she was, of course, in The Favorite, and she's so funny. And yeah, it's just a brilliant show. Highly recommend checking it out. The other thing I wanted to uh, talk about is the play called Happy Days by Samuel Beckett.
Oh.
And of course, we know Samuel Beckett from Waiting for Godot and other plays, but Happy Days is playing right now through June 30th at the Mark Tabor Forum in downtown Los Angeles, just part of the Center Theater Group. And Happy Days is very surreal and very odd. And it reminded me of Waiting for Godot in a lot of ways,
Totally.
primarily in the fact that there's almost no action at all. It's almost entirely dialogue and the minimal cast. In fact, Diane Wiest, who's a fantastic actress and she's great in this, she carries the entire play. There's one other character, but the other character has hardly any lines. She basically speaks the entire time, and it's crazy. And I've heard mixed reviews about the show, but I went and saw it myself, and I enjoyed it. But I think if you had cast a lesser actress, the show could easily have bombed because it's one of those plays. It's very hard to keep your interest. I think it could easily be boring. Um, but Diane Wiest, uh, she's mesmerizing, and she turned the dialogue into kind of music in a way where she takes you on a journey, and you just can't stop listening to her. And I think I think as a audience member, you have to sort of be patient and you have to kind of settle in and let Beckett's particular word music take you on a journey. And it's up to interpretation what it's about. But I some ideas have popped up for me where it's about existential weariness, how how life sort of grinds a person down. It's also about you know the dance between optimism and despair. It's about the soul's need for human connection. It's about the passage of time. So it's like these big heavy themes, right? So I personally enjoyed it, and I think Diane Wiest really makes the show. So that's my shout out about that.
Cool. Well, she's
And
a great actress. She's so talented, so watchable always. So, uh, I actually binge watched something that I think a lot of people have watched and a lot of people have heard about and still have yet to watch. And it's fantastic and it's totally worth the trip. Did to me. Loved it.
Ha!
Did you see it?
Yes, so good.
Oh my God, Christina Applegate. This is her best work. She's very talented. She's very funny. This is a slightly different character for her, who is someone who's really tightly wound and angry. And then Linda Cardellini, who's just playing kind of a bit of a needy, emotional person who's a little bit off, you know, but they're like stuck no matter what. They're like stuck to each other, and it's so entertaining. And I believe it's produced by a woman, so I'm always for that. And it has a cool cast. Thelma Hopkins. Did you recognize Thelma Hopkins from
Yes.
Tony Orlando and Dawn? She's been
From
acting
Give Me a
her.
Break. Oh, Give Me a Break. And Tony Orlando with Don too, of course. But
Yeah.
yes.
Oh, right. Give me a break. And Susie Nakamura as the neighbor across the street who she wants nothing to do with. James Marsden, I did a really good job. And it was just that it's just a stunner. The ending of, oh my God, where are they going to go from here? So very, very enjoyable. If you haven't watched it, check it out and let us know. Let us know what you think. Anyways, that's our show for today. And enjoy. Let us know your thoughts, and
Thanks for tuning in.
we'll see you tomorrow. Woo!
See you tomorrow.
Bye.